Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are live this morning with Lorraine Sandoval. She is the creator of Healthy Solutions, the Miller Healer. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for
today.
having me. I appreciate that.
So your journey has been so inspiring to me because after a diagnosis or a prognosis, you didn't believe, you found a healthy solution. So tell us a little bit about your journey.
So about 4.5 years ago, I had 4 double knee surgeries. So I had injured my knees and they were saying that basically I would have to have double knee replacement. I'm 49 years old and I was like, that was not something I wanted to do.
No.
So as I was going through my journey, I took a step back. I left the doctors one day and realized I had been in level 10 pain for over a year.
Wow.
And at that point, they had me on opiates. So my doctor was very, very blessed to have him tell me, we need to bring you off the opiates. And I was like, I'm not addicted. I don't have a problem. He's like, well, let's just see how it works. And I said, okay. So tried on my own and it didn't work. And I realized there was a problem. So he said, have you tried CBD? And I go, oh no, I do not do that. You know, that's something I just am not looking into.
Yeah.
He said, take a look at it. And he sent me to a dispensary, gave me a card, sent me to a dispensary, and I was not something I wanted to walk into, you know. But I thank God every day and the universe that happened to me, because that led me to believe that I could go and do something different and help people. Right. So at that point, I decided to come off all my meds. I had a heart attack at 40, and I was on over 17 meds, and that day, I threw all the meds away, and I keep this bag to show where I was. And I keep it with me all the time.
Wow.
Because I know that's where I was.
Let's put it out there. I want people to see that.
Boy.
It's so important.
Incredible.
And this is something that we trust because they tell us that we need it and it'll help us. But they don't tell us what it's going to do to us.
No.
So I was really, really lucky. And I went to Colorado because I did all my research and I was afraid, the stigma that was attached to it. I was so afraid. I didn't tell anybody because not even my family knew I was addicted. And what I did is I decided to start. And it was a long journey to find the right dose for me. CBD is very different. It's not like medication. It's not like all of us could take the same antibiotic and it works. It's very different. I was so lucky to find the right dose for me. I kept trying and I tried. And then about, I got clean, you know, and to this day, I haven't taken another opiate and I won't. And I don't even take my meds anymore. I have an amazing cardiologist that helped me through it. And I'm so lucky, but you know, they were not happy when I decided to come off the meds. But I take one bottle every single day. And this is the one I started with. And then there's one in here that I take every single day.
I think that what people need to get here is that, first of all, I want to just acknowledge you. I really, really, really thank you for being so real, raw, and open and vulnerable. I think it would benefit so many if people came out of the closet with what's really going on. And I honor Western medicine. There's a time and a place for medicine. And there's a lot of abuse, a lot of abusive subscription, doctors writing it and people abusing it. And it is real. Addiction is real. Some of these drugs are more powerful than street drugs. And if you are struggling with this or you know anyone that is, please seek help, reach out. Celebrating all of us today, this is so important. And I just want to say that there's Mother Nature does have answers at some point in time. And I think there's so many stigmas around the CBD. So thank you for displaying when someone authentically needs it versus just a fun, you know, thing that people are up to.
Right.
So tell us
And
more.
that's what we do at A Healthy Solution. Is I decided 4 years ago, I wanted to create something where people can come and educate themselves. So what I do is educate end users. I let them know, I work with them, we talk about their medications, we tell them to talk to their doctors. We just basically ask them to ask us, and there's no judging. I'm there, so I know, and I work a lot with people that are coming off, and I work with them personally and help them get through it.
Thank you for holding that space for people to come and to ask questions without judgment, without stigmas, because it's so important to have a natural solution, especially when you've trusted your doctors and you may have been led down the wrong path.
Right.
You know, seeking a natural solution is something that nobody should be ashamed of.
No, and we have this amazing plant that's there to help us. And again, I just look at things now, and we have the store now. I have the website, my new brand, Miller Healer. Matt and I decided to come up with a brand and a milligram that would work for everyone. And it was designed for an athlete, but now we're seeing that it works for so many people. We have people that are, going through withdrawals that can use the product. And every day when I thank the universe every single day when I get up I get text messages from people that I work with, and thank you. And then there's a gentleman today that gets to go to Hertz Castle for the first time because he's never been able to leave his home because of what he was going through,
So tell us a little about, because this is not, there's obviously someone who is using it for a little bit of pain. To use it for getting off opiates, obviously you want to seek medical advice for sure.
Yeah.
But any tips or things you could tell somebody who's actually dealing with opiate, how they transition to something like this,
So what we have to do is we have to create, the brain is very powerful, first of all. So we have to actually find a blend that works for them. And as they're coming off, we have to increase their dose, decrease their dose. So we can't put them on the same blend. So they'll last for 2 days. Then they'll go on onto something stronger. Then we'll bring them down. So I've been really, really lucky to be able to detox in 21 days.
And this is just cold pressed hemp oil.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and again, like I said, the gummies are really good for anxiety. And when we work with people, whether it's the girls in the store or Nico, we ask them what is their level of anxiety, and we work with them individually. And that's what's so important, is because we find the particular product that works for them, and we ask them. And if it doesn't work, we find something else. We always want people to talk to us and tell us what they're going through, and not to be afraid.
But at some point in time, even with this, people need to do their internal work as well. This is the answer for some physical symptoms that make that transition. But what has it been for you to actually make the internal, mental and emotional, spiritual transition?
For me, I meditate a lot. I work. I used to be on a 5,000 milligram dose. Now I'm on a 1,500. I don't need my CBD every day. I know what makes me feel good. I know if there's chronic pain. I'm still bone on bone. I still keep my yearly checkup with my orthopedic so that I don't lose that in case I do need my knee replacement. I was told I would never wear heels again. I was told I would never be able to run again or work out again. I do all those things now.
And you came looking fierce with some great watches on. So thank you. Where can people find you and the Miller Healer?
Miller Healer is millerhealer.com. A healthy solution. It's a healthysolutioninfo.com, and that's a great informational website. It's not just there to show our products, it's there to educate. And that's my biggest thing, is educating people. And then we're actually coming to LA within the next couple months, and we want to have a retail store here.
Great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
It's an honor to celebrate you. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land.
Thank you.